Have you ever paused for a moment and wondered, could something as simple and harmless as your daily bath actually be doing you more harm than good? For most of us, a shower or bath has been part of our daily ritual for decades. It's the first thing we do to feel refreshed, clean, and ready for the day. But here's something that might stop you in your tracks. After the age of 70, that same comforting routine might actually be sabotaging your skin, draining your energy, and putting you at serious risk. Yes, seriously. It's not something people like to talk about, but the truth is, our bodies change as we age more than most of us realize. What worked at 30 or 40 doesn't always work at 70 or 80. And nowhere is that more true than in the bathroom. You see, our skin gets thinner, drier, and far more fragile. The joints get stiffer. Our balance weakens. Even standing up for long periods or lifting our legs over the tub becomes a serious hazard. And the very act of bathing, which we've always associated with health and cleanliness, can start to cause more problems than it prevents. Imagine this. A sweet 78-year-old man named Arthur insists on taking his morning shower every day, just like he always has. He thinks it keeps him sharp. But over the past year, he's fallen twice. He's developed cracked, itchy skin that no lotion seems to fix. And each time he steps into that slippery shower, his daughter holds her breath, worried he might not come back out the same. So today, we're pulling back the curtain on this silent threat. We're revealing the shocking truth about bathing after 70, what the experts are now saying, why less is more might save your health, and what you should really be doing to stay clean, comfortable, and safe. From dangerous skin breakdowns to the surprising self-cleaning powers of the human body, we're uncovering 7 critical facts every senior needs to know. And at the end, we'll share one simple trick that can keep you fresh without stepping foot in the shower. Ready? Let's start. Reason 1. Daily baths harm skin. For most of our lives, we've been taught that bathing daily is a sign of cleanliness and health. But what if I told you that after 70, that very habit might be doing more harm than good? It sounds counterintuitive, doesn't it? But for seniors, especially those with thinning or sensitive skin, daily showers or baths can quietly strip away essential oils, damage the skin's natural barrier, and lead to a whole cascade of health issues. Let's start with the science. As we age, our skin naturally becomes thinner, drier, and less elastic. The sebaceous glands responsible for producing those vital natural oils begin to slow down. That protective layer you once had in your 30s or 40s, it's not working the same way in your 70s. When we bathe every day, especially with hot water or harsh soaps, we're not just washing off dirt. We're washing off the very oils and protective barriers our skin desperately needs to stay healthy. Consider Eleanor, a 74-year-old woman who always prided herself on her hygiene. She'd take long, hot showers every single morning. But gradually, she began to notice that her legs and arms were always dry and itchy. Small cracks started to appear on her shins, and some even began to bleed. At first, she blamed the weather. Then she changed her lotions. Nothing worked. It wasn't until her dermatologist asked her one simple question, "How often are you bathing?" that the real issue came to light. Eleanor cut back her showers to every other day and swapped her soap for a gentler, fragrance-free cleanser. Within 2 weeks, the itching eased, the cracks began to heal, and her skin looked visibly healthier. Sometimes, the solution isn't adding more, it's doing less, more wisely. It's also important to recognize that dry, cracked skin isn't just a cosmetic issue. For seniors, it can quickly become a gateway to infections. Tiny breaks in the skin can invite bacteria, leading to painful rashes, cellulitis, or even systemic infections. And for those with diabetes or circulation issues, the risks are even greater. But this doesn't mean you have to give up on hygiene. It just means rethinking the way we approach it. Consider sponge baths in between full showers. Use lukewarm water, not hot. Focus on the areas that need attention like underarms, groin, and feet rather than scrubbing the entire body daily. And always follow up with a gentle moisturizer to lock in hydration. In a culture that praises freshness and routines, it can feel strange to break away from daily bathing. But when your skin starts to whisper or even scream for relief, listening becomes an act of self-care. A simple shift in your morning habit could make all the difference between irritated, inflamed skin and comfort that lasts all day long. Reason 2. Bathing less, fewer infections. Most people grow up believing that daily showers are essential for good hygiene, but after age 60 or 70, that long-held belief may need a second look, especially when it comes to your skin's natural defenses. What if skipping that morning shower every now and then could actually protect your health? As we age, the skin becomes thinner, more delicate, and significantly drier. The harsh truth is that daily showers, especially those with hot water and strong soap suds, strip away the skin's protective oils. These oils act as a natural barrier against bacteria, fungi, and viruses. When they're removed too frequently, that barrier weakens, creating tiny cracks and dry patches. And it's through these invisible breaks in the skin that infections can quietly sneak in. Let's talk about real consequences. Seniors who bathe too often struggle with conditions like eczema, skin tears, or persistent itching. And when that dryness is combined with reduced immune function, a normal part of aging, it becomes much easier for bacteria like Staphylococcus aureus to settle in and cause infections. In some cases, what starts as a small rash or irritation can escalate into a full-blown skin infection, requiring antibiotics or even hospitalization. Then there's the issue of over-sanitization. Constantly washing the skin disrupts the balance of your microbiome, invisible community of healthy bacteria that live on your body. Just like your gut needs good bacteria to function, your skin does too. When you wash too much, you wash them away, leaving your skin more vulnerable than protected. Take Mary, for example, a 76-year-old woman who prided herself on her cleanliness. She showered every morning without fail. Over time, her skin became chronically dry and cracked. One winter, a small patch of eczema on her leg became infected. The infection spread, and she ended up in the hospital on IV antibiotics. Her doctor gently explained that her hygiene routine, while well-intentioned, had actually left her skin more exposed, not less. So, what's the alternative? Instead of full-body showers every day, many older adults benefit from bathing every 2 to 3 days, focusing on key areas in between: underarms, groin, feet, and face. Use mild, fragrance-free cleansers and lukewarm water. Pat the skin dry gently, and always follow up with a rich moisturizer. Sometimes, doing less can be exactly what your body needs. Reducing how often you bathe doesn't mean you're neglecting hygiene. Hygienite means you're adapting it to protect yourself better. And in this stage of life, that's one of the wisest choices you can make. Reason 3. Falls are the bigger threat. When most people think about major health threats after 75, their minds jump to heart attacks or chronic disease. But there's one danger that silently claims more lives than most realize: falls. In fact, falls are the leading cause of injury-related deaths among adults over the age of 65. That's right, not cancer, not stroke, falls. It can happen in an instant. One misstep on the stairs, a slippery bathroom tile, a moment of dizziness. What starts as a simple stumble can end in a broken hip, a traumatic brain injury, or a rapid downward spiral in overall health. According to the CDC, over 36 million older adults fall each year in the US alone, and more than 32, 0 of those falls result in death. Even non-fatal falls can be life-altering. Many seniors never fully recover, losing their independence, confidence, and in many cases, their will to stay active. But here's the truth. Many falls can be prevented. Through muscle strengthening, home safety adjustments, vision checks, and balance training, seniors can dramatically lower their risk. We just have to stop treating falls as random accidents and start treating them like the serious health threat they truly are. Reason 4. Your body cleans itself. Yes, really. Your body is far more capable than most people give it credit for. In fact, one of its most remarkable functions is that it's designed to clean itself. No fancy products or extreme routines needed. This might come as a surprise, especially when we've been told for decades that we need to scrub, exfoliate, and sanitize constantly to stay healthy and clean. But the truth is, your body has its own brilliant, built-in systems for keeping itself in balance, and your skin plays a central role in that process. Let's start with something called the skin microbiome. Think of it as a living shield. Your skin is home to trillions of beneficial bacteria, fungi, and other microbes that protect you from harmful invaders. These good microbes help your skin stay hydrated, heal wounds, and fight off infections. They also create an invisible barrier that defends against irritants, allergens, and bad bacteria. But here's where it gets tricky. Overwashing or using harsh soaps can disrupt this delicate ecosystem. When that happens, your skin becomes more vulnerable, not cleaner. Inside your body, other self-cleaning mechanisms are constantly at work. Your liver filters toxins from your blood. Your kidneys flush waste through urine. Your lungs expel carbon dioxide. Your digestive system breaks down food and eliminates what it doesn't need. Even your sweat plays a role in regulating body temperature and releasing tiny amounts of toxins. These natural systems function best when they're supported gently, not overloaded or interfered with. That's why, especially for seniors, it's crucial to understand that bathing doesn't need to be an aggressive daily event. The body isn't a machine that needs daily scrubbing. It's a living, breathing organism that needs support and protection. So, the next time you worry about missing a bath or feel guilty for skipping a shower, remember this: your body already knows how to take care of you. Sometimes, less is more. And respecting your body's wisdom is one of the kindest things you can do. Reason 5. Experts say, once or twice a week is enough. For decades, we've been told that daily bathing is a must, a non-negotiable part of staying clean and healthy. But what if that advice no longer applies after a certain age? According to a growing number of medical experts and geriatric care specialists, seniors over 60 or 70 may not need, and in some cases, should not bathe every single day. In fact, once or twice a week is often more than enough to maintain hygiene without harming the skin or overall health. Dr. Sarah Henderson, a geriatric dermatologist, explains, as we age, the skin's ability to retain moisture decreases significantly. Frequent bathing strips away natural oils, leading to dryness, cracking, and increased risk of infections. For older adults, especially those with sensitive skin or mobility issues, less frequent bathing is not only safe, it's advisable. It's not about giving up hygiene, it's about rethinking hygiene. Seniors don't sweat as much, and their skin isn't producing oil at the same rate it did in younger years. Daily scrubbing, especially with hot water and harsh soaps, can do more harm than good, causing irritation, itching, or even painful rashes. Instead, most experts recommend targeted hygiene. That means focusing on key areas: underarms, groin, feet, and face on a daily basis, using a warm washcloth or gentle cleansing wipe. Then a full-body bath or shower just once or twice per week helps maintain cleanliness without overexposing the skin to water and soap. This shift in thinking is rooted in science, but also in dignity. Aging doesn't mean giving up self-care, it means adapting it. And sometimes, less is truly more when it comes to protecting the skin and staying healthy. Reason 6. Daily baths can exhaust seniors. At first glance, a daily bath might seem like a refreshing ritual, but for seniors, it can be surprisingly draining. As the body ages, energy reserves decline, and what once felt routine can now feel exhausting. The warm water, while soothing, lowers blood pressure and can leave older adults feeling weak or dizzy afterward. For someone already battling fatigue or mobility issues, even a simple shower can feel like a marathon. Take the story of Evelyn, 81, who always prided herself on cleanliness. But after months of daily showers, she found herself more tired than usual, often needing naps right after bathing. Her doctor advised cutting back to every other day, and just like that, her energy began to return. Bathing less frequently doesn't mean neglecting hygiene. It means adjusting self-care in a way that honors the body's changing needs while conserving energy for the moments that truly matter. Resin 7. Alternative hygiene habits that actually work. Just because someone doesn't shower daily doesn't mean they have to feel unclean. In fact, there are several effective alternatives that keep seniors feeling fresh, confident, and healthy without the strain of a full bath. The key is consistency and a few smart habits that focus on freshness and hygiene. Start with body wipe, specifically the thick, unscented, alcohol-free kind. They're gentle on aging skin and perfect for quickly cleaning the underarms, feet, and private areas. Many caregivers use them as part of a daily routine to help older adults stay fresh without water. Oral hygiene is another often overlooked piece. Brushing and rinsing the mouth every morning and evening not only boosts confidence, but also helps prevent infections that can travel to the rest of the body. Pair that with fresh clothing, change especially undergarments and socks, and suddenly, the body feels completely refreshed, even without a shower. Adding dry shampoo or a simple scalp wipe can maintain hair cleanliness between washes. With a few thoughtful adjustments, seniors can feel just as clean, empowered, and well cared for without the risks of daily bathing. It's not about doing less, it's about doing it smarter. Final thoughts. A simple shift can mean everything. As we wrap up today's discussion, take a moment to reflect on the small choices you make each morning. After 70, it's not always the big health events that change our lives. It's the quiet, unnoticed routines that build up over time. The way you get out of bed, whether or not you hydrate, how you fuel your body before you sip that first coffee. These little things repeated daily become the difference between strength and struggle, stability and slips, clarity and confusion. We've explored 4 morning mistakes that many seniors make without thinking, each one carrying real consequences. The sudden dizziness from leaping out of bed. The strain your heart and kidneys feel when you skip that first glass of water. The acid damage from drinking coffee on an empty stomach. The risks of ignoring that stiffness that greets you when you first wake up. These aren't just theories, they're backed by stories, by lived experiences, and by science. But the power is in your hands. None of these mistakes are irreversible. In fact, the solutions are beautifully simple. Slow down, breathe, drink water, stretch. Eat something small before your coffee. These aren't dramatic life overhauls, they're gentle course corrections. And they can protect your independence, your balance, your energy, and your peace of mind. So now I ask you, what's one thing you'll do differently tomorrow morning? Share it in the comments below. Was there a story or tip that resonated with you most? Your reflections might just help someone else who's been feeling the same way. And if you found value in today's message, please like this video and subscribe for more gentle but powerful health advice designed for this stage of life. You've still got mornings to enjoy. Let's make each one a little stronger, a little safer, a little wiser.